Oh. Okay. Let's see. Alright guys, welcome back. I'm going to try doing this live. So I'm just going to reinstall just one side of the rear shocks back here. I don't know how this live stuff is going to work out doing it live, but we'll try it out this time. And then the other side, I'm going to save it for a video. Now again, if you're just joining us, the reason why I'm swapping out these shocks is because on this 2500 HD, the ride quality, especially when you're towing on the interstate, is super bumpy. That's why I opted to go ahead order these Bilstein 4600s. And the reason why I went with the 4600s and not the 5100s is because my truck is not lifted. It's still riding on the factory suspension. So let's go ahead and see what kind of tools we're going to need. This job should probably only take maybe like 10 minutes per side. What we are going to need is a 21 millimeter. And then there's only 2 bolts and 2 nuts that we have to remove on each shock right here. Let me take you guys underneath the vehicle and show you which ones we are going to be removing. Okay, so since we're doing this live, I can't really move this camera and get the best camera angles, but luckily back here is going to be very similar to most makes and models when it comes to pickup trucks. There's a 1 bolt down here, and for this bottom portion we're just gonna get another socket, hold it on the head side, and then back off the nut. So 1 down here and 1 up here. The 1 up here, I'm gonna do my best to show it on camera, but on this side, that is a nut plate. The bolt of the head is on this side, so we're gonna back it out on the head side up here. And all we're gonna use is just a 21mm wrench. Now before we start backing it off, I do have the new shock in my hand. Now, we always want to kind of compare it before we start taking stuff apart, but take a look at this. This one is for this truck, but it appears like it's too long. But I don't think it's too long. We just need to compress it once we install it, and then we'll stick the bolts back through. So let me grab the wrench and we'll go ahead and start taking these bolts out of this shock right here. All right, now I just happen to have the ratcheting head. It's probably easier if you have one with a ratcheting head. We'll put this on here, and then we're gonna need a vacuum wrench for the head side right here, because when I'm trying to loosen it, back it off, this head is just turning around. So let me grab a vacuum wrench to hold the head right here. All right, so put this on the head side right here, and this is just a 21mm socket. Hold this one, back this off right here, and I am purposely using hand tools because this is a job that anyone can do by themselves in their very own garage. I do have like a battery powered drill that will make this a whole lot easier, but I just want to show you guys that you can save a couple of dollars by just doing this by yourself. Alright, so now just gonna unbolt this nut right here, set it to the side, and this should just come right on out. Okay. All right. Take this bolt out. All right. Okay. Okay. Then we're just gonna pull this out. And now you can see that once we relieved it from its mounting bracket down here, this shock just extended to its natural length right now. So it appears like it's long again. Now the next thing we're gonna do is just go up here, and I probably can't get the camera angle up here, but what I'm gonna do is just basically use this wrench right here, go on the head side over here, because on the head side, that's how we're gonna back it out. You can't back it out from this side right here. And that nut right there is welded onto that bracket, so it's a nut plate and it's not gonna come off, so we gotta back it off the head side. And I am just going to go back around here and just start backing it off. So let me see if I can move this camera around, maybe show you guys what I'm doing. I think that's gonna work. All right, there we go. Much better. All right. Now, believe it or not, with these hand tools, these bolts are not in here very tight. I can just break the torque by hand. I don't even, these might be torqued. I haven't looked up the torque spec just yet, but when I go back to tighten it back on, it feels like it's just hand tight because they weren't really on here that tight to begin with. So I think just hand tight with the arm calibration is gonna work. All right, now I'm just using my hand to like unscrew this bolt, and it appears to be loose enough to be coming out by hand. All right. All right. Okay. All right, almost there. Almost there. All right. Now once you got the bolt removed, this shock is just gonna come right on out. All right, just like that. Now it's gone. Removed. Now, let me rotate this camera around so I can show you guys what's going on. All right. All right. Whew. Okay. Okay. All right. Now with the factory shock removed, let's go ahead and take this plastic band off. Let this Bilstein extend and see how far it extends. Okay. All right. Now, all right, so now with it fully extended, it is looks like it appears to be the same length. Now, one thing I do notice about the Bilstein is that it does appear to be a little skinnier than the Rancho down here. It looks like it's just a little skinnier, but this Rancho only has about 4,000 miles on it, and considering how easy it was to pull this one out, it's gonna be pretty easy to go ahead and pull this out just in case this Bilstein for some reason does not ride the way I hoped it to ride. So I'm not too worried about how much time it's gonna take, because if you guys been watching this live stream, it's been going on for about 15 minutes, but the actual maintenance involved when it came to removing this one, maybe 5 minutes, probably about 5 minutes. So I'm not worried about how much time it's costing me, because it's real easy for the rears. All right, now what we're gonna do is just put this new one right back up in there. And again, there's 2 bolts. We're gonna stick these bolts in here just like this. Let me show you guys. All right, so down here, it's just gonna go like this. Then nut back on, and then screw it back on. So I think I'm gonna hit up the top ones first, because the top one should be a little easier once I get the top one mounted on, I can go ahead and then compress this and then slide it back up into this bracket right here. And get this camera set up. And hopefully this is going to be the best camera angle that I can get now. I'm gonna save the other side for my actual video in case you guys wanna just skip this live stuff and come back and watch the video. I will make a video on the other side and I'm gonna edit it so you guys don't have to waste your time watching all this extra stuff. All right, so what I'm doing right now is just slowly putting this shock back into the mounting bracket up here. And let me bring this camera around. And this is what I'm doing right here. So I'm just hanging it like this. But I am gonna go ahead and tighten out this top one first. Just a little bit. Then I will come back around here and okay, I think you guys can see what's going on. All right, and what I'm doing is just threading it by hand, because you can use a power drill, but I'm just going to use hand tools for now. Again, just to show you guys that this is something that you guys can do in your very own garage now. Alright, so it seems like it's almost there. I am going to grab my 21mm wrench, and this is a ratcheting wrench. And the beauty about having these ratcheting wrenches is just that you don't have to take it off the head. You could just start cranking it down. It makes the work a whole lot easier. Just like that. And if you guys noticed, on this truck is so tall that there's no need to jack it to perform this job. Now, that is about good enough. I'm just gonna snug it for right now. And I'll make sure that I have just enough play in it so I can still come back and line it up against this bracket right here. Okay, so, yeah, so this bracket right here. All right, let me see if I can do this and show you guys. All right, and I think that's gonna do it. Grab the bolt and the nut, and this, we're gonna have to push up on this to compress it, and all we're gonna do is just line up this mounting hole with the hole in the bracket and then stick this bolt right on through there. So let me get under here and push up on it. All right. Okay. Okay, here we go. Okay, all right. Almost there. Almost there. Okay. Come on. Come on. Come on. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm gonna have to move this camera. Alright. Whew. He's halfway in there. Yeah. I'll tell you guys, it's gonna be a whole lot easier if you had this on a jack, but it's alright. This is, you can still manage doing this without a jack. Alright. Okay. Put this back over here. I need to get under here. What's going on? Okay. Both those stick. Alright. Alright, guys. Just having some alignment issues. Try this again. Come on. Come on, yeah. Okay. Whew. All right. Come on. Okay. Come back over here. All right. Line it up. All right. All right. Alright. What in the world? Alright. Now, everything that I've read about these Bilsteins is true. These were pretty stiff trying to do this one-handed by myself. Now, it's definitely going to help out if you have someone helping you, but I'm just doing this on the floor of my garage by myself, and it is manageable. All right, let me put this bolt on real quick. And I'm gonna put this bolt on here, tighten it down, and then tighten the one on the top, and we should be done with this side. Alright guys, now I know it said no power tools. I'm getting tired of this. I'll bring out my power tool, make it quick. 21 millimeter is all you need with a drill. Alright. Alright. Alright, so I'm not going super crazy on it because when I took it off, it was barely on there. So the torque spec from the manufacturer was really non-existent. This is good enough. Alright, that's good enough. Now, we just gotta get the top again. I'm gonna go ahead and hit up the top. Alright. Okay. Alright. Okay. Okay. Alright. Alright. That is it. We are good. Alright. Alright. Now, got the finished product. We are done down here. We've got the bolt back in, the nut back on here. Double check our work. Up here, I just tightened it down again on the head side. This looks like it is ready to go. Now, let me come over here so I can end this live stream. But I can tell you guys that, alright, this live stream is currently 28 minutes long, but I did everything live with just basically hand tools. This truck is not even jacked up off the ground. And again, with this being live stream and trying to move the camera around to get the best camera angles possible to show you guys how to do this in your own very garage. It took about 28 minutes. So the other side, it's gonna take less than that if you're doing it in real time. It probably takes maybe like 5 minutes on each side. I think this is gonna do it this time for this live stream. And I'm gonna save the right side for an actual video, and I'm gonna re-record a whole new video explaining all the steps on the rear passenger side. That way you guys don't have to like suffer through all of this live streaming stuff. But I promise you guys I'll make a better video and you guys can come back, watch that video. And then I don't think I'm gonna live stream the fronts right here. I'll do a separate video for the front up here, but on the front, really simple as well too. All you gotta do is just remove these two nuts right here. And then there's a bolt and nut down there. Let me show you guys. Right. Okay. Right there. All you gotta do is remove that one on the bottom. This whole assembly, you just pull it out from this side right here. You don't even have to jack this truck up. And there's no coil springs on this heavy duty truck on the shock right here. So you just pull it out, put the new one in, and you're done. Just a little bit more time consuming because you gotta deal with this fender liner. All right, so that's gonna do it. That's gonna do it this time for this live stream. And yeah, it's like 90 degrees in my garage. I am sweating, but it's all right. I'll do the video later. Make sure you guys come back, watch that video, and remember, join us next time on Garage Matters and hit that like and subscribe button.